All right. What's going on? It's your boy, Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in a white dungeon. Giving it to you real raw rugged.
Hold up, wipe a nigga nose dungeon.
Okay, this is not the wipe. Yeah, he's in wipe a nigga nose territory right now. We can get into that later. I don't know how good this mic is gonna pick us up. So yeah, this might be a fail. You might not hear anything. I should probably just use an internal mic, but who knows? I kind of want it to sound clear and cool, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna let bro introduce himself, man.
Hey, what's good, man? It's Amp from our Random Acts of podcast. Hopefully, I'm not talking too close up to the mic and whatnot. That's all y'all niggas need to know right now, man.
All right, so it's probably gonna get really stupid passing the damn microphone back and forth, but like it's a badass idea. We gonna keep it going. Anyway, not the whole y'all time because I don't want to do that shit. Keep passing the microphone back and forth. But we here to talk about R&B, man. R&B is something that's near and dear to my heart. I really love R&B, but I think R&B is a very dying genre. It's terrible. Well, I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but it's not in the best place. I think that this is one of the if you had to rank the top 3 worst place R&B has been throughout the I guess the founding of it, this is probably top 5, top 4. It's not good at all. And I just want to start it off with the nigga who kind of sparked this idea to do this video, and I'm gonna let him tell his feelings on why he agree.
All right, so the reason why I think R&B is dead, should I just say who I think killed R&B? All right, so I think Usher killed R&B, and this is why I think Usher killed R&B. Now, see, well, let me not just blame it all on Usher. It was many factors on why R&B died, but I think Usher is the main cause because Usher, we all know Usher is the GOAT of R&B.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I mean,
Okay, okay, I agree.
R. Kelly exists. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let's say this. You say R. Kelly's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right around the time when R. Kelly fell off is around the time when R&B died. And when R. Kelly fell off, because R. Kelly was trying to make like Soulja Boy R&B type shit, because the nigga was making like, he literally made a song with Soulja Boy, didn't he? No. Didn't he make a? He made a song with Gucci Man and OJ the Juice Man. Okay. He tried to change. He tried to make like down south trap R&B type shit, and a lot of people was like, "Nah, nigga, fuck out of here. You're 40 years old. Stop it. We don't want to hear you talk about Superman, that hoe, and all that shit. Whatever he was doing." So they passed the baton to Usher. This nigga Usher fumbled it. He made the that one album, I think it was called Here I Stand. It was his follow-up to Confessions, and Confessions is top 5 R&B albums ever. You go from Confessions, you make an album, Here I Stand, which is completely garbage. I don't know if you heard that album.
Yeah, that's the album with Papers on it. Papers is fire.
Papers?
Yeah, it was on my papers. She got me on them papers. Papers.
Usher? Usher?
You don't remember that song?
No.
Nigga, that's a big song.
It had that zesty ass song Trading Places on it when he was talking about getting pegged.
Look, come on, what?
Bruh. Usher made a song called Trading Places where
how it went? I forget how it went.
He was like, we trading places.
That shit was fire. What? Nah,
Hold up. I didn't say it was trash. I said it was kind of weird that he made a song called Trading Places where he was talking about getting hit with the strap. That song's weird. After Confessions, gotta think about Confessions. What Confessions got on it, man? Got Throwback, Burn.
It got everything.
Got everything, man. Confessions is a classic album. You go from Confessions to Here I Stand. The public did not. It had Moving Mountains on it too.
Oh, Moving Mountains is fire. I like
Yeah, but the public didn't fuck with that. So Usher said, I'm gonna reinvent myself. I'm gonna make techno music. Usher started making techno music. The rest is history. Chris Brown started making techno music. Neo started making techno music. They even had Mary J. Blige making techno music. I'll let you talk. I'm going to pull up that one tweet that I showed you yesterday.
Okay, so I want to say this real quick. I feel like, can we agree with this? Usher's best song since his EDM sellout days is Climax. Yes, no? Because that song is he restored the feeling with that song. You know what I'm saying? Then he went back to his EDM shit. So I will disagree that Usher is the main reason that R&B is dead. I do not think that at all. I think that is a false statement. I think that he may have contributed to it a lot, But why he killed R&B? I don't think so. I want to bring it back to the 90s. I think that while the 90s was a GOAT period for R&B, when niggas wanted to be like rappers, I think Jodeci is the start of this. Jodeci, top 5 R&B group ever. Niggas are amazing. I can't wait for that. When that documentary, or not documentary, when they do their little BT bout, ooh, that shit gonna be fire, man. You know how much cocaine gonna be in that, nigga? That shit is going to be amazing. But I digress. I don't blame Jodeci, but Jodeci, they were the bad boys of R&B. They were like some rapper niggas. They were chilling with the rappers. They were making songs with rappers. They were with a lot of rapper niggas, but they still made...
Devontae Swing, he literally made rap beats. He made Tupac beats. He made Tupac beats. So.
But I will always give it to them. They made great music always. They put out like a album like a couple years ago. It was good. It was fire. You know, like I thought it would be some trash. It was actually good. So I will never take anything away from Jodeci. But I think their influence, which was a lot, it trickled down into the 2000s. And that's when niggas really wanted to be rappers, where niggas started making trap R&B. Niggas started making rap R&B. Like, it was blurring the lines on what's R&B. Rap was dominating R&B in the early 2000s. You know, rap was still gaining its prevalence during the whole 90s era, but when it hit the 2000s, rap was taking over. So R&B, like, if we can't beat them, we join them. So they joined the rap niggas, and it just got a little too blurry. And I think when it really started falling off, still back in the 90s, I forgot about this. I think that eliminating instruments did a lot, because people don't really think about it, but subconsciously, when you play an instrument in a song, that evokes an emotion. So that's why a lot of people love My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You always hear people say, he brought in niggas to play violins. Like, people always bring it up. And when you hear a violin, when you hear a harp, when you hear acoustic guitar, when you hear these instruments, it makes it feel raw, stripped, bareback, and you're like, damn, like, this is emotional. And I feel like the 90s are eliminating that. That was a huge, not dagger, but that was a huge, I guess, step into killing R&B. Because niggas in the 90s, they could sing though. So where that emotion lacked with the guitars and the instruments, they made it up with their voice because they sung with emotion. But now niggas are doing R&B and they can't sing. So it's zero emotion. There's no instruments and there's no emotion behind the voice. Party Next Door. I think Party Next Door, before I pass it back to him, Party Next Door is leading the wave in the 2010 decade in killing R&B.
Keep the mic real quick. Who now plays instruments?
Who plays instruments? Miguel plays instruments.
He play instruments is like a hobby. Does he really do it on stage?
Yeah, I've seen him play guitar on stage. You got Miguel plays instruments.
Lil Wayne played guitar also. That doesn't mean nothing.
Okay, Lil Wayne did play guitar, but Miguel actually knows how to play guitar, if I'm not mistaken. Who else plays instruments in the R&B realm? I don't know. I don't think a lot. It's niggas that play the piano, but I'm trying to think of niggas who has but it's not about playing instruments, because a lot of niggas in the 70s, they didn't play instruments, but they brought people in to play the instruments. They're not even utilizing people to do that. So I'm not even saying niggas gotta know how to play instruments, but at least utilize niggas that know how to play instruments. Like, if you're on a major label, you could find some niggas that know how to play a trumpet or whatever, or actual drums. So it's just weird to me. But like I said, niggas in the 90s, where they lacked the emotion with the instruments, they made up far and beyond with their voice. Niggas in 2010, goodness gracious, are this 2010 decade? Not at all. Niggas are not utilizing, niggas don't know how to sing. A nigga like Party Next Door is the first person I've ever heard in R&B described. I'd be like, bro, this nigga trash. They'd be like, it's not about his voice, it's about the vibe. That was my first time ever hearing that.
I think that way about Frank Ocean.
I think Frank Ocean could sing. You don't think Frank Ocean could sing?
I think Frank Ocean could sing, but I love his music, if that makes sense.
So you don't think Frank Ocean sings better than Party Next Door?
Yeah, of course. He could sing better than Party Next Door. I don't think Party Next Door can sing at all.
I don't think Party Next Door can sing at all either.
I think it's possible for somebody to think somebody is horrible at singing and still love their music.
Yes, I do think that's the thing, but to say Frank Ocean is horrible at singing is crazy. That's crazy. What?
One of my favorite R&B artists is The Dream, and that nigga is horrible at singing.
I've never listened to The Dream sing like live or anything, so I can't even comment on that.
Fucking terrible. I've seen him live. He's terrible on his albums. He can't sing, but his albums are still fire.
Well, I don't care about The Dream, but I'm a little triggered about Frank Ocean right now. So I want to say that I think Frank Ocean, I've seen a couple of live performances of him where his voice is a little shoddy, but I've also heard live performances where his voice is really, really good.
Remember when you did Forrest Gump on the Grammys?
He said he had a very bad cold that day, or he was going through it that day. So I give him a pass right there.
That shit was terrible, and everybody used the excuse that he was nervous.
Yeah, but look, Jimmy Fallon. He went on Jimmy Fallon, did Bad Religion. Oh my gosh, he was hitting them high notes crazy live.
The only Frank Ocean performance that was fire to me was SNL when he did Pyramids. That was fire. He did Pyramids one part, both sides.
I think
on SNL.
I think it's a hyperbole to say that Frank Ocean can't sing though. I think that's a large, because when I think of a nigga who can't sing, I think of Party Next Door. Party Next Door cannot sing. Listen to Joy. That nigga cannot sing. That's terrible.
All right, real quick. All right, so we got a tweet yesterday. Well, I sent a tweet to you, and like coincidence, somebody like pretty much asked like, when did R&B die? And somebody retweeted it and said, I blame the label, but from 2009 to 2011. Side note, his dates are kind of off. Mm-hmm. I think R&B died around like 2007, 2008ish, or 2009, but not 2011. It was dead and gone at that point. He said the 2009, 2011 era where Usher, Chris Brown, Neo, Kelly Rowland were getting hits doing EDM, and it did real damage. They even tried to get Mary J. Blige to do a song with David Guetta. David Guetta, whatever. He makes terrible music. All right, so this tweet is right besides the dates. The dates kind of off. I think what really killed R&B also, when Usher, all these niggas, they start dancing at their live shows. Like R&B was more of like a performance type thing where like people was dancing. Like I'm trying to think like some of the R&B artists when I was like 10 years old. Oh, Jaheim. You got artists like Jaheim. You got like Ruben Studdard, Music Soul Child that was killing the game like early 2000s. They got put in the past because why am I about to watch Music Soul Child sit in front of me in one place and sing for an hour when I can see this nigga Usher pop lock for 3 hours while singing without losing his breath?
A nigga pop lock for 3 hours is crazy.
Usher can do that shit. Have you seen Usher perform? That nigga could literally pop lock for 3 hours and not lose a breath while singing and not miss a note. Why am I about to watch Ruben Studdard sit there for an hour singing? I'm gonna fall asleep. That killed R&B too. And then they started calling that shit neo soul. Like Maxwell, he's considered a legend. He's still gonna sell. But like John Legend had to almost sell out with that All of Me song.
You think I was selling out?
I think that was selling out.
That was a good song though. Like
it was a good song, but it wasn't John Legend style. I think he sold out on that one.
Well, how?
It wasn't his traditional style. It sounded kind of poppy. It sounded like a pop R&B song to me.
It's just a piano though. Like what pop songs utilize pianos just specifically? Like that was the only instrument in that song. It was no drums or anything. It was just a piano.
I don't know. It just felt like he was let me not say sell out. It was looking like he was looking for a hit on that one, and he got it. It wasn't his traditional style. Like if you listen to that album, no other songs in that album sound like that.
I never heard that album, to be honest.
That album's really good. It's called
It got Roses on there, right?
Yeah, it got Roses.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't listen to it. I think I may have listened to it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
You don't like All of Me?
I like that song.
Okay.
It was looking like he was like, man, I'm trying to get a wedding song on this one.
I'm not
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that.
Because I feel like that song has artistry to it. It's not like I don't feel like that song is just like I'm just gonna put together some BS. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a good song. It's like a timeless song. I feel like that song's gonna be played at people weddings 20 years from now. So I'm not mad at that at all. You know what I'm saying? What's that nigga Molly Music who was bareback in Jennifer Hudson? He make just straight wedding music. You know Molly Music?
Never heard of him.
No, he's just the nigga that was giving Jennifer Hudson the raw dog. But
I thought she was fucking dude from WWE.
Jennifer. Oh, Punk. Nah, remember she kicked that nigga out.
That's who she was fucking though?
Yeah.
Oh, she was cheating on that nigga.
Yeah, with Molly.
What a bitch. Wait, hold on. That's another thing. She was cheating for no reason because Jennifer Hudson doesn't have any good songs. Well, hold on. That's terrible. She can sing. She's like one of the best female singers out right now. The songs that they give her aren't good.
She got a classic cover though. We can't forget the Dreamgirls cover. Isn't she on that? Yeah, that's a classic. Everybody knows that cover. It's a fire cover. So I feel like that cover, she could eat off that for a long time. I'm pretty sure she's still getting money off of that because they get played a lot of places. She got Oscar. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure she's getting guap off that.
Oscar and a Grammy.
That's an amazing cover right there. So shout out to Jennifer Hudson. I remember the most craziest Jennifer Hudson tweet I've seen. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it off here. I'm going to just tell him. Like, it was really crazy. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what tweet you're talking about, but I know what it's going to refer to.
Okay, yeah, let's not even get into that, man. That's just crazy. Shit was crazy, man. Let's go to the next subject, man. Anyway, what you was talking about? Because you made me think of something. You was talking about, what you was talking about?
I was talking about niggas dancing and shit.
Niggas dancing. So yeah, when you think of niggas dancing, you think of Chris Brown. And I was just talking off air about what my nigga Sachi said. Sachi said that when that EDM thing was popping off, Chris Brown made his best album, Fame. I haven't heard Fame. He has heard Fame.
I did not like Fame. I'm gonna try and like pull it up real quick without taking too long. But honestly, I don't really fuck with Chris Brown like that. Like his albums. Like I like Chris Brown. I like his singles. Every time I listen to a Chris Brown album, I can only find like maybe like 4 or 5 songs at the most that I like.
That 56 album, or that 56 track album was pretty good.
Still haven't heard that. Really? That's too many songs.
That first track is crazy.
After like once you start, I got like 5 or 6 songs in. Then I looked at the track list. I'm like, bro, this is too much. This is too much. But I'm trying to pull up Fame real quick. Okay, so I got Fame pull up right now. I got the songs that I have that I like. Got No Bullshit and She Ain't You. Those are fire songs.
Deuces?
Deuces is on there. I got Deuces on my shit. I got Deuces, Up to You. Look at Me Now.
There's a lot of hits on there.
Yeah, 3 times. Next to You. Wet the Bed. Did he say it was his best album?
So what do the people think out there? Is Fame Chris Brown best album? His debut is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's his best album, but I like that album.
His album was Graffiti.
You think Graffiti's the worst album?
Yeah.
That's the album I was thinking about. That was the album I was thinking about. I was like, that album was pretty bad. That's the album I was thinking about.
I think Fortune might be his best album.
Think so?
You said Sachi said this, right?
Sachi said this.
Sachi might be right. Here's the thing. It may be his best album, but it's really not saying much. Because a lot of people will say, whatchamacallit is his best album? What's that shit's called? I'm about to say Pandemonium. That's not Chris Brown. Who made Pandemonium? B2K made Pandemonium.
It was a Blueface album.
What's the name? What's Chris Brown's second album? It's not on Apple Music. That's crazy. Hold up. You talk real quick while I pull up Chris Brown.
I just want to say that I feel like Chris Brown is one of those niggas who could have been very, very special, but, you know, after the Rihanna situation and after the EDM stuff, it got a little tainted, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Chris Brown definitely still got some, he still got some ones, but you know how it is.
Hey, nobody will talk about it, but Tiger kind of helped Chris Brown. Because Chris Brown was at a point where, like, nobody was fucking with him, and Tiger made those albums with him, the Fan of a Fans. Yeah. People start fucking with Chris Brown because he made, whatchamacallit on Fan of a Fan? No Bullshit was on Fan of a Fan, the mixtape version. And we was just talking about Deuces. Deuces brought Chris Brown back. This is Chris Brown's best album, exclusive. It's not on Apple Music.
Oh, is that the that's
they got Wall to Wall on there? Kiss, With You, Take You Down. Take You Down. That's crazy. Top 3 Chris Brown songs. Forever, Superhuman. Exclusive is Chris Brown's best album.
We can go with exclusive being Chris Brown's best album. I guess to wrap this video up, I guess to take that, Sachi's hilarious. I guess to wrap this video up on why I think R&B is not the place it is right now, or the place that I think it should be, is, and also when I say R&B is dead, I don't mean that there's no good R&B out there, because I think there's a lot of good R&B out there. But I do want to say this before I close it out. I think that is deeper, and I think it's a psychological level, because I don't think society has changed. I don't think society per se wants to hear the nigga that could sing. They just want to have a good time. Party Next Door, you have a good time listening to Party Next Door. I think that maybe the 70s, there was a different mindset. They wanted to hear a nigga like Bobby Womack. Like, Bobby Womack would never... Yo, Bobby Womack is top 10 R&B artist of all time. I don't care what you say, man.
Top 10 bitch-ass niggas of all time. Bobby Womack is a bitch-ass... Before we go, hold on. Bobby Womack is a bitch-ass nigga. Let me tell you about Bobby Womack, bitch ass. So it's a legendary singer named Sam Cooke, one of the best voices in music ever. Sam Cooke. So Sam Cooke had a mysterious death where like he was chilling at a hotel, he was cheating on his wife, which is crazy because black men don't cheat. So I think Sam Cooke might have been Native American. All right, so Sam Cooke was cheating on his wife in a hotel. Some chick finessed him, robbed his ass. So this nigga goes like running after the bitch. He thinks the bitch is in like the hotel lobby. He runs into the hotel lobby screaming like, "Where that bitch at? Where that bitch at that robbed me?" The lady at the hotel desk shoots Sam Cooke, and then we lost one of the best voices ever. I think she thought Sam Cooke was robbing her or something like that, or was trying to rob her. It's a big black man running in a hotel lobby, so, and it's the 50s. So. Stop it, man. He might have been on heroin. Okay. It was the 50s. Okay. He was on something. So Sam Cooke dies. Sam Cooke had a protege named Bobby Womack. He signed Bobby Womack. He gave Bobby Womack money and whatnot and all that good stuff. So he moved Bobby Womack in. Sam Cooke dies. This nigga Bobby Womack proceeds to start fucking Sam Cooke's wife. He came to Sam Cooke's funeral in Sam Cooke's clothes. Sam Cooke had a daughter that was like around like 18. Bobby Womack not only was fucking Sam Cooke's wife, he was fucking Sam Cooke's daughter. It's fire. That's fire? Fire. That is fire, nigga. In his bag. He was in a scumbag bag.
Yeah. Let's get into that scumbag talk, nigga. I like that.
Hey, Bobby Womack was a demon jit.
Yeah, nigga. Bobby Womack is definitely the demon jit before demon jits. Right?
All right, so he was fucking the man, wife and the daughter, man. Got the daughter pregnant. Crazy, man. Man, Bobby Womack. That nigga's crazy.
Shout out to Bobby Womack restoring the feeling. But I don't think is Bobby Womack alive or he dead? Okay, so Bobby Womack, I feel like nobody who wants to listen to Bobby Womack in 2018. Niggas probably don't know who Bobby Womack is. I feel like Bobby Womack, he had like soul in his voice. He'll talk in the middle of the song, like he'll just stop singing. He'll be, "Oh baby, I heard you finna leave me," you know. Or you got an Al Green or a Marvin Gaye. Like these niggas, they took time. Like this is like love making, like take your time, artistic music. I don't think people care about that in listen to R&B these days. Niggas just want to have fun. Hence why EDM. R&B was a big thing. Niggas just want to dance, have fun. They don't want to sit there and listen to a nigga sing his heart out. That's not cool.
Niggas with soulful voices, we call them slave voices now. Like Anthony Hamilton, like, man, that nigga sound like collard greens. We say shit like that. That's a fact.
So yeah, I don't know, man. It's in a weird place. So that's why I think that R&B is just in a weird place. I really think it's a society thing.
I'm not gonna talk no more after this. Who in R&B right now is good to you? And I ain't gonna talk no more.
I'm gonna tell you the people that's in my top 10 albums of the year list. So spoiler alert, I wasn't even gonna do any of this, but hey, he asked a question. Got Van Jess in there. They have a very, very good album that just dropped. Two beautiful Nigerian queens. Shout out to them. We got Brent Faiyaz. I like Brent Faiyaz. I didn't like Sonder's son, but Sonder and his last thing he just dropped, fire. Let me see who else is in my little list. R&B. Raven Lenae. Ooh, boy, she's so fine, bro. And she fine, bro. Shout out to Raven Lenae. If y'all niggas could get me in contact with Raven Lenae, oh man, that beautiful black queen, sister, you're beautiful. You know what I'm talking about? Remember I showed you her.
Would you eat her ass?
Would I eat her? No, bro. Come on, bro. It's just,
I'm asking a real question. Would you eat her ass, man? Come on, bro.
This is an academics ass nigga, man. Look at this chat nigga ass nigga. Would you eat her ass? This middle school lunch table ass nigga right here, man. Hey, beautiful queen. You make lovely music. Anyway, like I said, you got Raven Lenae. Let me see who else is in my list real quick. Damn, I don't need. Oh, Jameson, fire. He dropped a fire album this year. It's a couple people, man. You got the Beat the Chicago Kids. You know, I feel like Now and Later's. I forget what it's called. Now and Later's or something. That's one of my favorite albums of the decade, bro. You got niggas out there. You got James Blake, the GOAT artist of the 2010 decade. So we don't really got to go too deep into it. But those are my thoughts.
Get you out of here for not saying black.
I've never heard. I heard one black song and I literally almost like cut myself. Like it was ridiculous, bro.
Listen to East Atlanta Love Letter. This album is pretty fire.
Hey, that's where I cut this video off at. I'm not listening to Black or niggas talk about Black. That nigga tried to remix a Future song. He tried to remix Perky's Calling. That nigga said, I can hear my ex calling. Hey, man, nigga, I heard my phone tapping the top of the screen so I could cut that shit off, man. That nigga is trash. Until next time, I'm out of here.